I am such an awesome guy. I make so many videos.
Hello there, Price of Reason here with a special report. In 2015, Daredevil came out on Netflix, and to date, it is widely considered the gold standard for on-screen comic book adaptations. After 3 successful seasons on Netflix and a production that was separate from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, in 2018, the Daredevil series starring Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio, as well as its spin-offs, were all abruptly cancelled due to a business dispute between Netflix and Disney, who at the time had announced that they were starting their own streaming service. Initially, Disney had intended for Disney Plus to showcase Marvel Cinematic Universe spin-off series such as WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, Loki, Moon Knight, and Ms. Marvel. However, due to poor writing quality, overall diminishing returns for the MCU after Avengers Endgame, and Disney's growing obsession with identity politics, all of those series ended up being varying degrees of shit. And that's when Marvel CEO Kevin Feige started looking for a quick fix and used the one card he still had in his pocket to bring back Charlie Cox as Daredevil and incorporate him into the declining Marvel Cinematic Universe. In 2021's Spider-Man No Way Home, arguably the only MCU movie since Avengers Endgame that hasn't been a massive turd, we got to see a brief return of Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock on screen, and although his appearance delighted many fans, it is very possible that Kevin Feige absolutely learned the wrong lesson from it, because now Daredevil is gradually becoming his go-to get-out-of-jail-free card. For example, Marvel's upcoming show Echo, a spin-off from the shitty bait-and-switch series Hawkeye, wasn't garnering much attention, interest, or buzz, so what did Feige do? He signed Charlie Cox to appear as Daredevil in it. Why? Probably so that the main character, Echo, a strong young woman, could tell him what to do, and also to generate some much-needed hype for the show. In another instance, She-Hulk, a show about a female Hulk that literally puts men in their place, was getting mocked online with its YouTube trailer heavily ratioed, but once again Kevin Feige had the perfect solution. You like Charlie Cox as Daredevil? Well, he's going to make an appearance in this shitty She-Hulk show too, so now you're gonna watch it, right? Now, over this past weekend at San Diego Comic-Con, Kevin Feige was scheduled to announce his upcoming slate of Marvel movies and shows for the next 2 years for Phase 4 and Phase 5 of the MCU, and with the exception of Guardians of the Galaxy Part 3, most of his upcoming project looked like potential stinkers. So what did Feige do? You guessed it, he announced that in 2024, a brand new Daredevil series will be released on Disney Plus starring Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio called Daredevil Reborn. A few years ago, this announcement would have likely made fans very happy, but now it almost has the exact opposite effect. The show may be called Daredevil Reborn, but this rebirth is almost guaranteed to be a Pet Sematary type of situation. The show probably won't be as gritty and as daring as it was in the past. It'll likely be weighed down by tiresome identity politics and social agendas, and lacking what made the show great to begin with. Now, I'm sure some of you are wondering, what happened to Kevin Feige? In the past, he used to deliver high-quality entertainment. Why is almost everything he does so crappy these days? And I believe the answer to this is basically that he just doesn't care. With the exception of Spider-Man No Way Home, which was a high-profile co-production between Sony and Disney, he can usually just phone it in these days and let other, less qualified people run the MCU productions in his place. I mean, I suppose he'll put in the minimum effort, but he's certainly not as hungry or as eager to prove his worth at Disney anymore. Kevin Feige has already secured his position at Disney long-term after making the company and himself a ton of money. Just this month, he purchased a new house for $52 million, and when you reach that point in your career, do you really give a shit about anything? That could be why Kevin is always smiling these days at all these red carpet events. Maybe he's too busy thinking about purchasing a new yacht, or a private jet, or some ladies. Who knows? Now, I realize there's a chance, however small, that this new Daredevil show won't be a disaster, but the odds aren't exactly working in its favor. Disney Plus has a knack for taking great IPs and destroying them, and with 18 episodes planned, it's hard to think that Daredevil Reborn will end up being anything better than a low-level CW-type show. Falcon and Winter Soldier was 6 episodes and an absolute disaster, so how exactly are they going to pull this off? I mean, I sincerely hope that I'm wrong, but given the overall downward trajectory of the MCU in recent years, this could very well be another Disney disappointment. If you enjoyed this video, please consider clicking on that subscribe button and also on that wonderful notification bell. Thanks for watching, my friends. Thank you, and good day.
I am such an awesome guy. I make so many videos. But